Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now I'm in Malanquilla, that's somewhere in the middle-ish of Spain, and my aim today is to ride all the way to the foothills of the Pyrenees. My goal is to prove that you can ride the entire world by motorcycle, taking on each country leg by leg, aiming to store my bike in different locations while needing to fly home, work a full-time job, and of course look after my amazing family. This is my dream, this is my goal. This is my adventure, so let's go. Well, what a start to a video, eh? What a place to start today's episode. Now, we are obviously got a reasonable amount of kilometres to hack down, but hopefully by the end of this episode I'll be at the footholds of staring at the Pyrenees. That's the plan. I'm not guaranteeing it in any way, because as we know, so many things can go wrong on the way. But it's big kilometres I'm going to try and do today, because my sort of theory is if I can get today out the way, since we've arrived we've had to do a lot of miles every day, and I want to have a lot less miles to travel but of loads of awesomeness to go and see. That's kind of my thinking. So today, go. I am but style in a 125 challenge. Get the kilometres down and then chill. But the thing of it is, 412 kilometres, that's to my actual final destination, and I'm not obviously going to go there today, but if I can do say 350 or 300 or even 400 but deviate off, because then that gives me, like I've said right from the beginning, a few days to try and tackle and conquer the Pyrenees in ski season on a Honda monkey bike 125. What will be making it extremely fun, crazy and epic. I have no idea if I'll find snow, but that's what I'm hoping for. Massive amounts of snow, but we'll find out. Right, mile hacking today, mile hacking. Do you know what, just before I do, let me pull in here and let me show you the actual location and route I'm at. Look at that old, is that another old train station? I think it is. Let's pull up and have a quick look. Next to that, at the route. Oh, we can't actually get to it anymore. Look. Oh wow. Yeah, another old train station. How cool is that? Right, let me have a quick look at the route for you. So we are obviously, let's turn this around. So we are obviously where we were a few seconds ago, and we are literally, look, we're just hacking down. I think we get onto a version of a motorway, E7, and that's our end destination. But I'm kind of thinking if we can get to the foothills of it, maybe around this area, then deviate off, maybe this way even, or this way, I don't know. We're just going to figure out when we get there. This is going to be fun. So shall we hack down the first chunk of big mileage? Let's get going. Well, that's 100 kilometres already in the bag and done. I'm enjoying another energy drink, another Red Bull. I'm not tired, I just wanted something to drink, and I thought, do you know what, if I drink that, it's going to keep me more and more alert. It's interesting though to think, being solo and riding, a lot of people, you know, are worried about doing it, and they're sort of worried about what they're going to take and what they're going to do and how they'll cope. And the one sort of advice that I'd give to somebody is that what I tend to do is listen to things like podcasts, motorcycle podcasts, some music. I'll chat to a family member on the phone in between sort of the long haul of the hack, especially on the motorways, because it does get a bit dull. My bum does start to ache after about 100 kilometres, 150 kilometres, and it's about getting off the bike and just taking a few moments to yourself. I'll say the solo side of things, it is lonely. There's no doubt about it. When you just go to a hotel, nobody speaks English, and you go and grab a meal at night, again, nobody speaks English, and you're by yourself. But there's also a level of it where it's relaxing, because you are just at your own pace, doing your own thing, taking in every single second. And it's weird, because when you're filming especially, you're kind of thinking about what you're going to be doing next. And for me, so far, this leg has just been getting the miles down, trying to find something cool and cinematic to capture on camera, and just getting to my destination, knowing that I'm going to be able to get pretty much, if I wanted to end of my destination today, if I just kept going and kept going, is a nice feeling, because I've had so many days of just enjoying, like, properly exploring up in the Pyrenees. It's going to be legendary, I reckon, especially as this weather keeps changing and changing and changing. Now, the one thing I did do as well, because again, we are in November, it is not, as you can see, beautiful sunshine here in Spain. I've layered up. What I ended up doing was I was riding yesterday, but I've gone out layered up today, so I've not felt cold or chilly, just in the zone of taking on the miles, knowing I've got an end goal to reach. Ashworth did take a bit of oil, so the last few days it's hardly used any. This morning it took a good chunk of oil, so we'll keep an eye on that again, but it's about average what I expect. It's doing really well. The chain is still perfectly greased, because I'm not going through like rainy weather or rubbish. It's just handling it unbelievably well. Now, the thing of it is, one thing is, and the challenge is, being on the 125, especially so laden up, where loads of people say to me, oh, you're doing it on the wrong bike, and you should be taking a GS and you should be doing that. Do you know what? It's like, yes, you might be slower than a truck going up a hill, you might be faster than a truck going down a hill, you might be matching a truck on the straight, but I'm doing it. I'm sat on motorways on a 125, literally taking down the miles, and it is so achievable. And one of the things I always say is that I'm trying to inspire people to take on that adventure, be able to do it. Interestingly, I had somebody in a comment, I kid you not, go to me, well, if you've only got 2 days and you're going to Japan and you get there, by the time you've flown in there, you're not going to go anywhere. And it's like, yeah, but I'm not doing 2 days, am I? I'm doing 6 days or a week or even 10 days at a time. What makes it achievable? I'm using my days off, using my annual leave in the right places to make it happen. And I just think so many people out there use an excuse, don't they, of, well, I've only got a Saturday and Sunday. They don't look at the bigger picture, or my bike, I wouldn't want to leave it anywhere. But you've got to have trust in people, and you've got to be able to sit there and go, do you know what, like, if I don't want this to ever happen, but say this bike did get stolen, and yes, I am insured, but say it did get stolen, I'd be like, you have to risk it, because if you spend your entire life just going, I wish that I'd done something, and if I did this, these are all the things that could go wrong, you're never going to do it. So do it. Get on your bike and just make a plan, head out and have an adventure. There is loads of options. There is so many options, it is unreal. Anyway, after my little spiel, hopefully getting somebody to go, do you know what, I'm going to plan an adventure, I'm going to do it, and I really hope people do. I'm going to get back on my bike and I'm going to hack down at least another 100 kilometres, because that's what we do. We get to places to make epicness happen. Do it. Anyway, I'm going to get back on the bike and get some more miles done. Well, I have just managed to smash out around 140 kilometres, and that's because, of course, I'm a machine with a body of Hercules. Okay, that last bit's not proven or guaranteed, but I have got the body of Hercules underneath this jacket. Now, the thing of it is, I wanted to get to the footholds of the Pyrenees. Well, I've done it. I'm at the footholds of the Pyrenees. I have 180 kilometres to get literally to my final destination at the end of this adventure. Well, of course, I'm not going to go to now. So this is that point where I need to look at the map. I'll show you first, and then I'm going to try and hunt for an awesome hotel, what's going to be better than even last night's. Well, that's the plan. We'll see what we end up with. I want something epic, something exciting. But what happens now is I get to head off and find something epic and cinematic to film. That's my favourite part of the day. But let me show you exactly where we are on the map. So if you look, this obviously is the Pyrenees, and we are just on the foothold of getting in. Bada boom, bada bing. Now, of course, to keep the body of Hercules, I've got myself a very refreshing and extremely healthy Starbucks, all caramel style latte cold coffee to keep myself nice and chilled, and I've got myself some nuts for the protein to keep myself going. So I'm going to eat this, and I'm going to try and pick and find somewhere on the map now, because this is where I just absolutely wing it 100% and hope for the best. But we're going to find somewhere epic, I'm sure of it. Well, I've just booked the perfect hotel. Now, it's right deep in the Pyrenees, and it's only a measly 135 kilometres, but it boasts quite famous riding roads for motorcycles. It's all over their website as well, so it should be proper cool. I'll show exactly where on the map, but just before that, just want to do a bit of a shout out to Ashworth Automotive. Lee, the man behind Ashworth Automotive, made this bike into the touring bike that it is today. He's in Weston-super-Mare in the UK, and he is just a specialist in all bikes, cars, vans, the lot, but he made this into the touring beast it is. So I'm going to do that cheeky thing and just play the little supporting sort of clip that I've got about Ashworth Automotive.
This adventure is supported by Ashworth Automotive in Weston-super-Mare, the #1 garage keeping you and Helmet Head on the road.
So this is the route that we're going to be taking, but check this out. How cool does all this all get here? Then we end up here, and just to zoom out, give you what I mean about getting right into the Pyrenees. This is going to be legendary. I think already that I didn't know I was going to do on this episode, it's going to get very cool and fun riding. It's saying that we're going to get there at just gone 4:30. I always add on half an hour even to an hour, so I'd probably say we'll get there for about 5:30, plus I want to obviously stop at any opportunity of awesomeness and get some filming in, so I think it's going to be quite entertaining. So shall we finally through the series take in some epic proper mountain riding? This is going to be good. Well, me and Ashworth, we're off, finally off. I'm just dead excited. It's weird. It's like, because I've hacked down so many miles for so many days, I feel like I've sort of hardened to the riding. And I was there going, like, when the first went on, I was like, oh, 135 kilometres, I've already pulled off quite a lot today. But then I'm like, nah, I was like, I'm going to do it. I want to go to a place and do something just cool. I'm just in that mood to keep going, and I just know I've got days of awesomeness now, so my smile just happens more and more when you know that you're completing something, and especially the distance, and that's what it all comes down to. Anyway, time to hack down some serious miles and have some fun. Now, I wanted to find some epicness, somewhere quiet, something a little bit off the beaten track. Now, I found it because right here, this road, the C1311, just zooming on Google Maps, looks epic. Now, the tarmac itself is pretty good. There is a few little bits of cracks and stuff like this, but it seems not too bad. What makes it a little bit more fun and a little bit more exciting, but I don't know if you can see just the little bit of twisties I've just come up. Oh, just amazing. And it's just going to get better and better, because this road's going to sweep round into awesomeness. So the one thing that we do, and the most important thing that we do, is make that epic cinematic shot, just to literally show you how awesome that this is. So that's what we are going to do. Of course we are. We're going to take that bike, Ashworth, that world-conquering beast, and show you the absolute epicness in true 11 out of 10 style. So ladies and gentlemen, check this out.
Don't wanna waste time. I'll never be this young. I'll never be this young again. Don't wanna chase highs when I'm too worn out. When I'm too worn out. So I'm never coming down, never coming down, never coming down again. I was born to be this high, born to be this high, born to be this high, my friend. Won't you come up here to my altitude, yeah.
I am sure, yet again, I found that right road to capture on camera, because I am buzzing. I am like grinning ear to ear. Wow, just wow. Literally snaking up through there was breathtaking, and every time you kind of take a slight peek to the right or the left, and you get those unbelievable Pyrenees views of the mountains. And I mean, just look at it, just wow. I know I'm one of the most luckiest people in the world to be going on this adventure and taking in all these things. I know that, and trust me, I feel it. I feel so lucky, so lucky. And we've got days now to play here, days to play in the Pyrenees, finding absolute riding mecca. Oh, I'm just so in my element. After all that motorway riding, we're finally off and in to Mecca. Oh, it's just awesome, just absolutely awesome. Now we've got 56 kilometers and we will be at our hotel, and I have a feeling the roads are going to be pretty much amazing all the way. Oh, this is so good. So I am going to just enjoy every second, bomb down a load of these roads, take it in and just keep smiling. Wow, I can't wait for the next few days, what it's going to bring. But we've got a few more kilometers of enjoyment to go, so let's take on every kilometer with a smile and let's enjoy it. I mean, just wait, and wow. I shouldn't stop on a bend, but wow, look at that, just wow. Oh, I love it so much. Let's bomb down some kilometers, let's sweep through these passes, and let's get to this awesome hotel. Wow, what time are we at? Nearly 5:30. I could be here all day if the sun wasn't going to go down. Wow. Right, let's do this.
I'm holding on, if almost gone. Someday I know I'll finally make it through the gates. Just have to wait. You whisper to me, there's no maybe.
Well, I've arrived at the hotel and it is getting dark outside, so I made it in good time. We are deep in the Pyrenees. What I didn't think I'd achieve until tomorrow, so I'm sort of so grinning to taking that mountain roads, and it's just bliss. It was just so much bliss. Now I'm in a place called Sort, and I'm in a hotel called Las Brisses. Hang on, bear with me. Las Brisses, can you see that? This is where I'm staying. And now I said I had pictures of motorcycles and stuff on it. Extremely bike friendly. I mean, turning up, obviously I've checked in, and she says moto, and she was like included parking. So you go around the back and it goes into a secure car, like a car park, a secure garage, like almost undergroundish. And it's all done off of a remote, so she gave me that so I can go and park my bike. There's other bikes in there and maps of all the routes and stuff. It's quite cool. So when we pull off tomorrow, I will try and show you that. But the hotel is next, obviously it's all busy skiing areas, etc., and quite famous routes. So this hotel is right next to a main road, but for 60 quid including breakfast, what's probably one of the more expensive hotels of this trip, but in the Pyrenees for 60 quid, I'm quite impressed. Let me show you the room. So I've gone for the king size bed because I'm a lord, so it's got to be properly done. There's even got an old-fashioned fan. It's quite an old-fashioned hotel, really. When I first turned up, I thought it was quite dim for lighting. Then there were switches everywhere, so I managed to light so much up. So a nice king size bed, a wardrobe for hanging my lordly clothes in, as always. Now it's got an okay place for me to edit, and there is a plug down here as well that seems to be plugging in for the telly, but I'm going to unplug that because it has got one. It's got the telly that no one watches unless it's got YouTube, and I'm on there and then everybody watches it. The people that come to hotel to watch BBC News, sounds really bad, world news, I mean, I find it depressing, so I just don't bother watching the news. I have no idea what's going on in the world. And obviously we have a heater fan thing going on here as well, what's quite cool. And then let me move into the bathroom. I mean, it's not the same as last night's, is it? But Oh, it does have the kind of to the side like waterfall shower that's quite cool, and then obviously you've got the throne of thrownness for anybody for when you want to do your pools. Nowhere to get tap water to wash during the night. And then obviously we've got the sink, we've got a few bits as you always get in hotels, but of course the most sexiest lord in the world. Now this is obviously really well known to bikers, I haven't got a clue, but it's known for the Route 260, and she gave me the sticker I can put on my pannier. I don't actually know what Route 260 is, so I might have to have a Google of this and see about tomorrow, because this is the joys, because I'm so ahead of schedule, like crazily ahead of schedule. I've got 3 days of playing in the Pyrenees, 3 days to go bonkers and go mad. I'm here now, I've done it, I've just get to enjoy myself. That's a rare thing for me, to get anywhere and have so much time to spare, because I actually fly back on Sunday, so I've got 3 full days of riding. 3 full days of riding. I can't wait. I just can't wait to explore it all. I'm getting so like giddily excited again. It's just awesome. Right, so the plan for me right now, after an awesome day of coolness and stuff like this, is I have so much editing and so much work to do. So I'm going to go and crack on with that. Obviously, first things first, get a non-alcoholic beer just to celebrate that I've arrived. So I'm going to go and do that as well. I just want to turn around and say, as always, thank you for watching these adventures. My bonky, crazy world trip. It is very different to anyone else I think's ever done it. I am just winging it, making it up, and just finding places, and that's what I love. This is the point of me as a person. I don't want to overplan. I don't spend months doing it. I just pick places on maps and head there, and my dream is to like travel the entire world over years and years, and do it by having that full-time job, also having a fantastic family and dedicating the right time for them. And that's the reason why I made that decision to take the bike back to my dad's in the Pyrenees, because it's the best place for me to start, to head off and do the next year's load of adventures. It gives me a place I can get the bike sorted. It means once it's there, I don't have to be back at any set time. I can sort of chill and I can get my finances in the right place to take on next year's crazy adventure. Anyway, thank you so much for subscribing and watching. Ride safe and go out on that adventure. Do what I do. Just pick a place and just go and have an adventure, because if you do it, honestly, you'll have the time of your life. Anyway, take care and bye-bye for now.